If you think you're going to get flat abs in 30 days, I'm here to tell you that you're not. Now, I'm not saying that to be negative or mean. I am telling you this because I respect you. And I am sick and tired of the lies that are being told to women and men about quick weight loss plans. It's all malarkey, as the prior president used to say. If you are interested in what I have to say, in my opinion, on the lies, please stick around. I got something to say. So let's get down to it because, as I said before, I am sick and tired of the lies. And part of the lies, well, one of the biggest lies that people peddle out there is that you can spot reduce, meaning you can get a flat tummy in 30 days, or you can look like you've had a BBL by doing air squats. I mean, that is just so ridiculous. So, spot reduction, it does not work. And unfortunately, genetics plays a part in how we lose fat and where we lose the fat first. Therefore, when you start your workout plan, and this is the honest truth, you're not going to see the fat, more than likely, you're not going to see the fat loss where you want to see it first. You're probably, as a woman, the fat loss is going to start to be most noticeable from your basically from your ribs up. That is where you're more than likely going to start to see the fat loss. And that is because we carry most of our fat from the hips down. So you're not going to get a flat tummy in 30 days. You are definitely are not going to get look like you've had a BBL if that's what if that's what your goal is, because my goal is not to look like I've had a BBL. But if you're looking to have a BBL look, you're not going to get it. You are not going to get that with any kind of exercise. You're not going to get that with air squats, most definitely. And you're not going to get it with squats with weights. I'm sorry to break that news to you, but I am being completely honest with you. If you want a BBL look, then guess what? You have to get a BBL. Sorry. Tease and detox. The thing that burns me up more than the spot reduction are these freaking teas and detox. People, the teas are nothing more than a laxative. That is all it is. It is a laxative, and it is it's messing you up, because if you are not having a bowel movement regularly, that means you need to eat more fruits and vegetables, okay? Those teas, they mess up your system. I can't explain it because I am not a doctor. But if you ask your primary care doctor about laxatives, they would tell you you only need a laxative when you are constipated, okay? Only when you are constipated. You don't need a laxative to lose weight, okay? Stop with the teas and with the teas. You don't even know what's in the teas, and they make you dehydrated. You're walking around here, some of you not drinking enough water, then you're taking the teas, you're drinking the tea, and now, you practically have to live in the bathroom for a day or two, and you're not replenishing your electrolytes. And anyway, it is a whole mess. It is a health disaster waiting to happen. So stop with the teas and the detox. Whew, Lord have mercy. Please, please, my people, please just take the word detox out of your vocabulary. But do me that favor, take the word detox out of your vocabulary. You want to detox your body? I just said what to do. Fruits, vegetables, water, That is how you are going to detox. Also, fiber, Fiber, fiber. That is what you need in your diet. You need fiber, you need water, you need fruits, you need vegetables. You up that. You get in your daily servings of fruits and vegetables, and also your whole grains, which is going to provide you the fiber that you need, and you will be detoxing your body every single day. That is something that I will guarantee you. You get in your daily servings of fruits and vegetables, you drink your, however many ounces of water your body requires, and you get in your fiber anywhere, for women, anywhere between 20 and 30 grams of fiber a day. You will be detoxing every single day. So no more teas, no more detox. Okay? All right. Supplements. Let's talk about the supplements. All right. With the supplements, you really don't, if you have a well-rounded diet, you don't need supplements. You don't, you know what? Really and truly, I can't even name you what supplements are out there right now because I do not take supplements. The only supplement that I take when I feel like it is creatine, and that is to help with recovery from working out, from lifting weights. You don't really need, if you have a well-rounded diet, you really don't even need vitamins. You can get all that stuff through your foods, through what you eat. Also, with the vitamin D, you can get that by, I know this is probably controversial for some people, but going outside and getting in a walk, 15-minute walk when the sun is out, you can get your vitamin D that way, as well as with a well-rounded diet. My last physical exam that I had in April of last year, my vitamin D levels were so high. Like, listen, about 6 years ago, I was taking vitamin D supplements because it was so low. But once I started walking outside at least 15 minutes, also living in Florida, I was like so surprised when I saw my vitamin D levels. It works, people. It works. You eat healthier, you get out there and you get in your walks in the sun, or, and I'm not, like I said, the sun thing is a bit controversial, but get out there, get you some sun, get that sun on your skin, because not only will it benefit your vitamin D levels, it will also help with your mental health. Trust me on that one. I'll tell you guys the story one day. Right now, I can't tell you all of what 2025 entailed for me. In my earlier videos, which are a hot mess because I was just beginning, you get a hint. I was laid off, blah, 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 blah. I was depressed, but I kept going outside, getting in that fresh air, letting the sun hit my skin, and it helped my mental health and it helped my vitamin D level. So you don't need all of those supplements if you have a well-rounded diet. Get your vitamins, your minerals, get all of that as much as you can from your foods, okay? You see that? Do you see this? Are you reading the words that are on this whiteboard? Okay. More sweat does not mean you're having a better workout. And I'm going to tell you why. And you already know it. You just haven't put 2 and 2 together. All this sweating that you've been doing for how many years, and how much weight have you lost? And have you kept the weight loss off? Yeah, I was guilty of this also. I believed that the more I sweated, the better my workout was. When basically all it was doing was causing inflammation and more stress on my body. After my workout, I couldn't do anything. I was too tired. The only thing that I wanted to do was get home, take a shower, and just Be lazy either for the rest of the day or the rest of the evening. To have an effective workout, you don't need to be sweating buckets of water. Okay? An effective workout is getting out there, walking, we're not talking about a little stroll with your hubby or your significant other, how you just stroll around the mall some but anyway, I'm not talking about a stroll. You want to work up a light sweat. You want to get your heart rate up a little bit, but you don't have to be out there huffing and puffing, and especially, you sweating out your hair, your gym clothes, you can wring them out. Anyway, you guys get what I'm saying, right? When you are training with weights, you're not going to sweat like you will if you are running. But you're having a good workout. You are having an effective workout because you are working the muscles, whatever body part it is that you're training that day, you are working the muscles, okay? And that is going to help you to build up your metabolism. All right. Now, your metabolism isn't going to go sky high. It's not going to be like you were when you were in your 20s, but it's going to give you that extra push. Also, when you're walking or whatever cardio you're doing, at our age, for those of us in our mid to late 40s and 50s and beyond, I highly recommend walking at an incline. It is less stress on your joints. Like I mentioned in, I think it was last week's video, how, you know, especially when you're overweight, if you're running, you're just putting like a lot of stress on your lower body joints, your knees, your ankles, the bottom of your feet, your lower back. So you want to start off with a low impact cardio routine, and walking at an incline, not holding on to the rail for dear life, is a very good way to get in a good quality cardio workout, and you do not have to sweat. When I started my lifestyle change, because it is a lifestyle now, not a diet, because diets are temporary. What we're doing is from here on out until the day we leave this earth. So when I started my lifestyle change, I did not run. I only walked and trained with weights. Now, of course, I changed my eating habits. So, all of that comes into play as well. But as far as the physical part of changing my lifestyle, I was not putting all that extra stress on my body, running 30 minutes a day or doing an hour of cardio, running and then going to the elliptical machine or the stair mill. You really don't need to do all of that. The power in losing weight really is how you're eating and your non-exercise activity, which I've spoken about that before. So we'll get into that on another date. But you sweating buckets and buckets of water, you don't need to do that to lose weight. Now remember, we're talking about the lies you have been told for most of your life, the lies that are still being told to you, the lies that are keeping you spending your hard-earned money without results. That's what we're talking about. Because some of the whiteboard may be a little bit deceitful, but I'm just here to remind you, I'm talking about the lies. So the next lie: boost metabolism drastically. Look, if anyone is telling you that they can help you boost your metabolism drastically, they are flat out lying to you, okay? Lies, lies, and more lies. Don't believe the lies. You cannot boost your metabolism drastically, all right? You can help it, and well, I just explained a few seconds ago. Training with weights. And when I say training with weights, okay, I am not talking about a 10-pound dumbbell and you're like this. No, no. We're starting, well, I don't want to tell you how much weight to start off with because everyone is different. So you may need to start off with the 10-pound weight. But if you're doing this with your 10-pound weights, baby, you are not doing anything. You need to be lifting weights intentionally to work the muscle. All right. So and I'm just using this as an example. So when you're when you're doing your bicep curls, hopefully with your 15-pound weights at least, or 12 pounds, you feel it, and you're keeping your upper body still, but you are feeling it. And by the time you get to that 10th rep, you're like, oh my goodness, you're really struggling to get it out. So the best way to build your metabolism, it's not gonna be drastic because of age. For one thing, we are older, mid 40s on up. We don't have the metabolism of a 20-year-old. So just get that out of your head. This is a different part of life. It's good, because we have other things to make us feel good about ourselves. We have accomplished a lot in the last 40, 50 plus years, okay? So you're gonna build your metabolism. It's gonna be slow, it's gonna be frustrating, but you're gonna build it up, and it's still not gonna be as fast as it was when you were in your 20s. So anyone selling you the lie that they can help you build up your metabolism drastically, they are a liar, they are a scammer, and they just want your money, your hard-earned money that I'm sure, because I know how I am about my money, especially after being laid off for 6 months, whatever I spend my money on, I need to see a return on the investment. All right? So don't give those people your money. Eating clean. Do y'all see the smoke coming out of my head and ears? When I hear someone say eating clean, I just tune them out completely. Tune them out. What is eating clean? Are you washing your food with soap and water? What? No, get that. Those two words do not belong together. Okay? When you hear someone say eating clean, you know what that means? Restriction. They are trying to drastically restrict what you eat. You do not need to eat clean to lose weight. I have said, I don't know if I say this in every video, but if you've seen my weight loss videos, then you know how I harper on 80-20. 80-20 when it comes to food, because this is a lifestyle change. This is not a temporary thing. Eating clean is temporary because you did not grow up. We did not grow up, quote unquote, eating clean. And you are going to have cravings. And if you ignore your cravings, eventually you're going to go out there and you're going to binge and you're going to mess up it's just going to mess up everything. And then you have to start all over again. Not only will you start all over again, but it's going to make you feel bad about yourself. And that is not what we are trying to do here. At least that's not what I'm trying to do here. I don't want anyone to feel bad about enjoying McDonald's or Dairy Queen or Starbucks or going to a nice restaurant, the Texas Roadhouse bread, Cheesecake Factory cheesecake. Nope. 80-20. You do not need to eat clean to lose weight. You need to eat healthy, nutritious food 80% of the time and exercise. So 80% of the time, you need to eat healthy, nutritious food. You will see results. Eating clean is just a setup for you to binge and for you to go out there and look for the easy way out and to pay this person or company, give them more of your hard-earned money so that they can sell you that lie again of eating clean. Stop it. Eat healthy, nutritious food 80% of the time, get in your walks, lift your weights, reduce stress, the weight will come off. Now, I don't want to get it twisted. Again, we are talking about the lies that are told to you to lose weight. No carbs. No carbs? No carb. You don't want me to eat bread? You don't want me to eat my rice? No. You need carbs, people. You need carbs. Carbs are good for your brain, okay? You're walking around here not eating carbs and you're wondering why you can't think straight. It's because you're not eating carbs. And again, just like with the clean eating, what's going to happen when you start craving bread? I'm trying to think of what are other carb sources? Potatoes, sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are so good and healthy and nutritious. You don't want me to eat sweet potatoes? You don't want me to have a potato with my steak? No, I don't think so. My oatmeal, and that's okay. So they tell you guys no carbs. Then they sell you the detox and the teas because now you can't poop. You know why you can't poop? Because you're not eating your whole grain carbs. You're not getting in your vegetables. See how that cycle works? Now, y'all, don't believe the lies. You can have your carbs. Carbs play a very important role in losing weight. The carbs are what's going to give you the energy to get in the gym and lift those weights and lift the weights as heavy as you can. The carbs are going to give you the energy to get out there and do your cardio. The carbs are going to help you to think straight while you're at work or while you're negotiating with whomever. Okay, when you go to get that new car and you have to hassle with the car salesman, have a big bowl of oatmeal that day because you want to be thinking straight. So, no carbs is a lie. You can eat carbs and you can lose weight. I did a bodybuilding show and I ate carbs every single day, including show day. You can have carbs are not the enemy. You know what the enemy is? Eating in a caloric surplus. That's the enemy, as well as not getting any movement in. Those are the enemies. I don't want to say being lazy, but I will say not getting in any movement. And I'm not talking about movement in the gym. I'm just talking about, going outside for that walk or, whatever. If you're just sitting, when you get home and all you're doing is just sitting all day, that's not good for you. Okay. So you can have your carbs. You need carbs. All right. So those are just some of the lies that are told to people who are desperate to lose weight, who are frustrated in reaching their goal. Don't listen to the lies, people. If you are even tempted to pay money on a detox, to pay money to someone that's telling you not to eat carbs, to pay money to someone who's trying to sell you supplements, to pay money to someone who's telling you that you can get a BBL by doing air squats. You know what air squats are? Do you know what air squats are? Let me see if I can get in so you can see what air squats are. These are air squats, people. Okay? You are not getting a BBL. You're not getting a BBL. You're not getting a BBL from doing that. You can do 1,000 of those every day, 365 days out of the year. You're not gonna get a BBL. So stop it. When you think about spending your money on any of that crap, you come here and you look at this video because your girl, your Gen X girl, Lisa, is here to help you not only change your lifestyle, but to save your money because we are on the verge, we are on the cusp of retirement. So we can't just be spending our money nilly-willy, all right? Okay, thank you for being here, watching this video. Love ya.